Good morning, all my yarny friends. It's nice to see so many of you already here. We have a lot to talk about today. And just in case you don't know, we try to have a live video here on YouTube every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Okay? I've been itchy today. I think it's just allergies. And my allergy med has not started working just yet. So anyway, it's been a little bit of a stormy week for us emotionally, but we're doing really good. And there's a couple things I wanted to mention right off the bat. First of all, we need to clink in. All right, so I've got a special cup here that is super duper special to me. That was made for me. You can see it's got Rosie and Maximo and me in the center. And I thought it was a good tribute today to drink my pumpkin spice coffee from this mug. I absolutely love it. The back side says, "Dogs leave paw prints on your heart." And that is absolutely true. And the first thing I wanted to mention is last week when I was doing the giveaway, for some reason I had written down the name as Linda, and but we have Elisa. And the last name, I'm not going to try to say her last name. I thought I saw her come in, Lisa, if you're here. So what happened is, when I did the random generator, I guess it came up Lisa, but my brain said Linda. And so I wrote down Linda on my notes. So then when it came, there you are, Lisa. And so then when it came up, I announced Linda. And of course, that's not a very common name. Hybarger, Hybarger. And so she went ahead and messaged me or emailed me and said, I'm Lisa. The name's not well known. Just, let me know. And she gave me all her information, which I was very pleased with. And so I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Because when you go back to the generator, you can't see what just happened. It's already on to the next thing. And so what I did is I went through all of the comments and live or later on that video, and there were none of them with that name on there except for Lisa. And so I sent her package out on Friday. My granddaughter came over to spend the day with me because she didn't have school. Only one of them, my one granddaughter, the 12-year-old, she went on a overnight camping trip with her troop. It's called Heritage Girls. It's kind of like Girl Scouts. They had an overnight mother-daughter camping trip, so she couldn't come over. But my 14 or 15-year-old granddaughter, Callie, my artist, she came over and spent the day with me, just to keep up my spirits and things. In case you don't know, our little Maximo went over the Rainbow Bridge on Thursday. I'm not going to go into all the details of it all because I really don't want to burst into tears. But it was, I will tell you, the vet that we went to, we found this veterinarian when we first moved down here, and I have loved them. I think it's called Feel Good Vet or Feeling Good or something like that. And it's just like 3 miles from our house. They were fantastic. They were kind. They were loving. They gave us time, and they talked to us. They even did what's called it's not value of life checkup, but whatever it's called, to make sure that help us make sure we're making the right decision. Because it was a really hard decision. Yes, we cried like babies, my husband and I, in front of all those people, and they were wonderful about it. But and I know I'm not going to go into details or anything, but I just want to thank all of you. I got so many. I got e-cards, I got messages, comments on YouTube and Facebook. I even got a couple of phone calls, and just tons of people, because everybody loved Maximo, because he was ornery. Yes, he was, but he was so much fun, and he was 16 and a half years old. And he's gone over the Rainbow Bridge. Now, my Rosie, I was a little worried about her because they've been together this whole time. She has never been without Maximo before overnight. Okay, and she did okay on Friday because Callie and I spent a lot of time with loving on her and stuff. And Saturday, she was kind of walking around, and she can't tell us how she feels, right? But I could tell she was sniffing around unusually. So she was probably looking for Maximo, her little brother. Actually, he's smaller than her, but he was a year older than her. But as soon as she got old enough, she was in charge. Rosie was the alpha mama, okay? And so Saturday wasn't too bad, but Sunday, I could really sense that she wasn't eating as much and just, so I was a little worried about her on Sunday. But yesterday, she seemed to be doing a lot better. She ate okay. She went outside just fine. She's 15 and a half. So, she's going to struggle. She's going to miss her brother. But we're just giving her a whole lot of extra loving. We did notice her and Maximo usually slept at the foot of our bed in their like little cubby hole blanket thing. And I have this little pillow that we put on the end just in case they don't roll off the end. We have a tall footboard, but just in case. But anyway, they usually slept down there. Well, she sort of drug her blanket up during the middle of the night and got up in between my husband and I. And that's totally fine. She doesn't get under the blankets or the sheets. She has her own. And so, and this morning she did really well. So I think she's going to be okay. We're all going to miss him. I mean, that's normal, but a lot of people are asking about Rosie. And so I want you to know she's doing really, really well. And, we're just giving her, my dogs are already super spoiled, and so we're just giving her a little extra spoiling. Okay. So but I wanted to show you something on Friday. My granddaughter Callie she's an ultimate artist. She really, really is. She's taking art this year and she's like, I already know how to do all this stuff, So anyway, we painted a picture of Maximo as just a memory to put on my husband's desk in his office. And I'm going to show you. It's just a small little picture. What I did is I took a black and white picture of Maximo and we painted it. I thought it turned out really good, and I really love it. And I just bought this little wooden frame. You can see it's messy on the back. I bought this at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And then we used a heart shape to cut the canvas out and everything. And I thought it turned out really good. Don't you love that? And this is actually his collar. My husband's like, that's a really big smile. I said, that's his collar. He always wore a red collar. So it turned out really good. And I'm not a major artist, but she is. And she gave me little pointers on, putting the hairs in his ears and the dots in his eyes and things. So I think this is really nice. And we did this for my husband. Even though Rosie was a daddy's girl and Maximo was a mama's boy, Max still really loved his daddy. And so we'll put that on my husband's desk in his office. The other thing that we did was this. I thought this was super fun. We found these pieces of wood that just had a little circle in them. And I think we got these at Hobby Lobby. And so we painted this. It says Sarah's Yarn Room, little flowers, and then we added a ball in that. And then on the back, she did this. Recording, don't interrupt. I thought that was cute because they made little signs for their rooms also. We did that not this Friday, but last Friday. Fell over here. And then we finished the back side of that one and sprayed it. Okay. So, so anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know Rosie's doing really well. She's not used to being alone. Her and Maximo were bonded from the moment they met. And so, just keep thinking about her and we're going to keep spoiling her. Okay. So, the next thing we're going to do is just move right along because I don't want to cry again on camera. I had someone email me about this lady, and I watched several of her videos, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I want to give you a shout out. Her name is Deszies Crochet Cubby. Isn't that cute? And she's just delightful. I was watching her, and she was making me smile, and I thought, that's the kind of videos I like to watch. Okay, and so I put the link for her YouTube channel, of course, underneath this video. When we're done, you can go down there and get her link. Or you can just put Deszies Crochet Cubby in your search on YouTube. Okay, and you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Because she's not been doing this for a long time and she needs some subscribers. All right? I think you'll like her. To me, she was just delightful. And she made me smile. All right, now we have a lot of things to talk about, so I'm going to move some things off my table here. And the first thing I want to show you is some yarn kits that I got at Aldi, and I was totally surprised by this. Okay, the Aldi that's here in Yukon, Oklahoma, it is always packed. Okay, I love Aldi, but we need another store. And I even wrote to them and sent them an email that says, I love your store, but everybody gets the good stuff and I don't get it. Well, I realized they changed things out on Wednesdays. And so I happened to go in there on a Wednesday morning because that's where I get all my fruits and vegetables. Okay. And I told, yes, Stephanie, I live in Yukon towards Mustang off of, Garth Brooks. So yeah, that's a street, Garth Brooks. So anyway, I love the Aldi. They do a really good job. They're always stocking it. And they have, that extra aisle with all the goodies on it. I call it the good stuff. And so I was walking down there and this lady was like, who buys crochet kits at Aldi? That is just weird. I'm like, where? I do. And I found these are so cute. Okay, so this was $4.99. Okay, there's an orange one. And then they also have like a kind of a light orange one. $4.99. And it comes with 2 colors of yarn because you need the color for the pumpkin and the color for the stem. A yarn needle, a crochet hook, and the polyester to fill it up. Okay, and I opened this one because I want to show you. I'm going to put that in my other camera. And I got a lot of stuff over here, so just ignore the other stuff because we have a lot to talk about. Okay, so I just want to show you this. If you have an Aldi in your area, this is a great bargain. And if someone wants to learn to crochet, this is a great thing. I'm going to show you the book in just a minute. I love this. They took the stuffing and they sucked all the air out of it. Talk about smart. I think that's neat. Okay, so this is a crochet hook. It is metal. It's a rubber handle, and it has a little needle that's plastic, which I'm not a big fan of plastic needles, but if that's what they got, that's what they got. Okay, and then the yarn, that's for the pumpkin, and this is for the stem. Okay, it does, I'm looking on here to see if they have the weight on here for what yarn weight that is. All right, let's look at the book real quick. I looked through this and read through this. This is very well written, by the way. And a lot of times when you get these kits, they're not. And that's why I want to show you this. Okay? It gives you abbreviations. It tells you what else you need. And then it gives you pictures of each step. Adjusting the ring. Single crochets. All right? And then here's the pattern written out. And I read through all of this. It has lots of pictures and figures to help you. Okay. And this one is in Spanish, I believe. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not sure. But, and it shows you how to put the lines in the pumpkin, how to make the stem, how to add it. It's a very well-written pattern. I'm just going to see. I'm not sure if that's in Spanish or not, but it looks like, I don't speak Spanish, but yeah, super cute, super cute. Well worth $4.99. Okay, but I am very impressed with how well together this package is put. And I've gotten some kits like this, and you pull it out. I mean, the one that I got that disappointed me the most was that Pioneer Woman dishcloth topper, and I went to do the pattern and the pattern made absolutely no sense, and I had to do my own pattern. Okay, but anyway, these are well worth $4.99. If you don't have any orange yarn, buy the think about this. Even if you have orange yarn, $4.99, you get the whole written pattern. You can make as many pumpkins as you want. I still could not find the weight of the yarn, but I'm going to tell you, it feels like a DK weight. It's thinner than a 4 weight, okay? But I just had to show you these. And they also had, that I saw, one that had a turtle and a bunny in the same kit. They weren't really fall. They were just a kit. Because they were gift kits. And they had some also that had like beading and other things like that if you like to do other kinds of crafts. And I do. I like to get this sort of thing because I love to do crafts with my grandkids. I've always said there's 3 things we do. We love to do puzzles because you can sit and work a puzzle and chat. We love to play games because you can play games and chat. I love to do crafts with my grandkids because, again, we can do crafts and we can chat. Because I love to chat with my grandkids. I love to hear what they're doing. And a lot of times we have some really neat, deep conversations about things that are happening in the world, at school, you know, and things that just, I mean, they're all teenagers just about now. My youngest one is 12, going on 30. I mean, you know, and so it's a great time to spend time with kids. You're busy doing things, but we're also chatting. And that's why I do that. Okay. So I just thought those were the neatest kits. And I wanted to share them with you. I'm planning on working the pumpkins up myself, though. Just because I want them. But actually, I mean, it's well worth it just for the pattern. It's just so well written and easy to follow. Okay? All right. Now we're going to do yarn of the week. And I got some of this yarn in, and I haven't got a chance to use it yet. But I absolutely love it. This is one of the new yarns from Premier. I'm trying to move some stuff out of the way so you can see it. All right. So I didn't bring it down far enough. Okay. This is Premier Spice Shop. And the color of this one is called Cayenne. And I bought it because I thought it had sort of a wintry Christmas feel to it. It's got reds and greens and some blue. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So it's a super bulky 6. And you're going to use a 8mm hook with it, depending on what you make. My thought is to make a hat and scarf set. Probably for me. You know, I always make things and give them away. Occasionally, I want to save something for myself. And anytime I try to do that, I end up giving it away anyway. One of the things that I love about Premier Yarn is this statement right here. Tested and approved against 350 harmful substances. Okay, now I want to grab my iPad here and pull up the Premier website for you because I just want you to see all the other colors. I know I've already done this once. There we go. When you first go to Premier, this is what you get. This is a brand new yarn as well. It's called Trinket. Let me move that. And it's a thin yarn that you add with other yarns. And I'll talk more about that later. But when you pull it up, it shows you the 3 new yarns. I'm going to talk about this one next week here, the Parfait Chunkies. I've got some in. I'm going to talk about that one next week. All right, now let me go to this one. And these colors are gorgeous, okay? So this one is Salt and Pepper. That's the one that I have, Cayenne. This one's in blues. It's called Juniper Berry. This one is like purples and oranges called Lavender. This one is Saffron. Look at those bright colors. This one is Curry. It's got oranges and yellows and some greens. This one's gorgeous. Cilantro. You know, cilantro is one of those ones, some people like it and some people don't. I love cilantro. Okay. Turmeric. And then this one is bay leaf. And then the last one is sweet pepper. I almost got that one because I love that yellow in there. Okay, they're brand new. They're $5.99 each. And of course, it has 10 colors, 80% acrylic and 20% wool. Number 6, super bulky weight. And does it say how much is on each one there? Let's see. 3.5 ounces or 109 yards per skein of yarn. Okay, and I just love them. And I do have a pattern I'm working on that I'm going to use this for. I want to make a hat, a winter hat and scarf because I think it's beautiful. And it is gorgeous yarn. It's super soft. And a lot of times when you get a bulky yarn, it's like heavy. This is not heavy. It is like soft and light. It's hard to explain, actually. And I love the way that it's twisted. Let me pull this out. It has all the way through it. Even though there are colors underneath, it has this like soft black strand that is just going through all of it. And that's what gives it this overall look over all the colors, is that strand that's weaved around it. It's just gorgeous. All right. Alrighty, so that's the Spice Shop. Now, next week, I did get a box in yesterday of the Parfait Fruit super bulky, chunky yarns. I was so excited. I didn't know it was coming yesterday. And my husband's like, you got a Premier box out here. I'm like, I do? I was so excited. And there's 4 cakes in there, and I'm already working on one of them to make something really fun, so you can see how it looks worked up. Okay, and then we're going to talk about that next Tuesday. But they are so soft and so beautiful. They made these, and then they have them coordinated with some of the solid colors of the Parfait, and I'm like, that is pure genius. Because we're always looking for solids to go with what we're doing, so I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you next week. Now, there is the link underneath this video, as usual, for my Premier yarn link. Go there and look at the new ones. Check out the trinket. It's so gorgeous. It's just like a thin... Remember last year I showed you some of the silver and gold ones that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby? It's a similar style to that. It's almost like a thread with bits of glitter. And they're a little bit chunkier than glitter, though, like big glitter. And then you use it along with another yarn. So you can take, say, a basic black or a basic purple and add this strand through it, and it makes it just glittery and gorgeous. So, yeah, hit that Premier yarn link and go look at those yarns. They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay, all 3 of them are just beautiful. I cannot wait to get started on the... And I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Over here against my counter where I have everything set up, I have 2 other Premier yarn boxes of yarn that I ordered in. I mean, I just love their color choices, and I love how they name everything such fun names like Spice Shop. I mean, that's just cool, And I have to say, I've been like I've said in the past, I've been with other yarn companies, and Premier is the best one that I've worked with. They send you information. And I'm telling you all, when you go to the Premier website, click the thingy that gets you emails, because they have sales every weekend. Okay, but don't click their link. When you see something on sale, go to my link so that I get credit when you buy it, okay? You can always find my Premier yarn link if you go to Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. It's at the top. I've got it pinned to the top. It's as a Premier thing. That's my link. Another place you can find my link is in our Facebook Coffee and Crochet with Sara group. At the top, I have it linked up there as well, where it has the things that you can pin. I have that pinned up there as well. You can also find that link in my, almost under every single one of my live videos now, you can find the Premier yarn link. Because I get, even if you don't buy anything, you just go and look, I get credit for those links, or those clicks. Okay? But I really encourage you to go and look at it. I mean, everybody who is an affiliate with Premier, they just love them. They really do. So, anywho, and I love all things sparkly. Because I'm wearing, this is, what do you call that? Fluorescent? I don't know. I can't remember. It's beautiful. All right. So, I told you, lots of yarn today to talk about. All right. Now, let's move along to talk about what we did this week at Posh Pooch Designs. Now, I did put out a video. It's just a short video. It's like not even 2 minutes, of a bunch of pictures, metallic. There you go. Thank you, Kim. Kim is the best. Kim and Rita are my two admins in our crochet group. Not to change the subject, but when Maximo passed away, Rita contacted me and said, "Just let me take care of the group," and she did. Iridescent, that's another term for it. And I just want to thank you, Rita, here in front of everybody, and Kim too. They just jump in, they take care of the group, they do free pattern link blasts for me and lots of other things. And I'm just so blessed and thankful. I have never met Kim and Rita in person, but I feel like they're like my sisters in crochet, you know? And all of you, when I see your names come up and I recognize your names, you're my people, okay? We're crochet friends and crochet sisters, okay? Anyway, I just really wanted to be thankful today and tell you how blessed I am. All right, let's get back to what we did this week. So what I want to show you, I've got one of them sitting over here behind me. I put him over there. Can you see that crazy pumpkin over there? That's the Frankenstein pumpkin. This is the bride of Frankenstein pumpkin. I guess what makes her the bride is the bow. Okay, and then we did these on Friday Fun Day. And I also did just one in a blanket yarn and put spiders all over it. They fell off. There's 2 more spiders. Okay, and what my idea was with these pumpkins is you can make a nice stuffed pumpkin. And I got all these faces from the Dollar Tree. $1.25, and the grandkids can mix and match and have a lot of fun with them. Now, I went ahead and glued these on because I didn't want them to fall off. But you can glue them on or you can use them over and over again, okay? And what I used for glue is sitting right here. This is called No Sew Fabric Glue. It works great on yarn. You can also use tacky glue. You can use E6000 and you can use hot glue. I just really like the idea of this, and the back of the pieces have like a little plastic point. I can't show you because they're really on there good. I thought I had one more face left. Ah, it's right here waiting for me. Okay, this is what they are from Dollar Tree. And when I went there with my granddaughter on Friday, they had several other ones than the ones that I got also, okay? But, sorry about the noise. They all have these little pokey things like this. And they're for putting in an actual pumpkin or some of those styrofoam or plastic pumpkins that you get like at Hobby Lobby or someplace. I think they even had some there now that I think about it. Okay, and so I wanted to use these with crochet, and it works great. And if you're just playing with them, they stay put. But they're going to fall off if you set them out or something like that. And so all I did is I pushed the glue down into the bottle like this. I took the top off, and then I just stuck the end in so that this part got glue on it, and I just stuck it where I wanted it, and I left it sit. It worked great. It works. It does work great. This one is a little witchy poo. She's got some green hands. So, but I wanted to show you that if you don't want to do the faces on them, they still make really cute chunky pumpkins. And this yarn is the Fable yarn that I had. It's a newer yarn from Premier. And I love it. It's a super bulky silk, so soft. And it's another one of those that's really thick, but it's not heavy. It's heavy because I stuffed a lot of stuffing in there because I wanted it to hold its shape. Okay? And these are going to be sitting out in my living room for decoration. But like this one, I wanted you to see what it looked like in just a solid pumpkin. And we just have these front post stitches so that it gives the opinion of the ridges of a pumpkin. And they're really easy. I did bamboo for the stems. You can do cinnamon sticks. I usually go out and get a stick from a tree, but down here in Oklahoma, in the area we live, all our trees are really small. And I would probably, some of the trees, that's the size of the trunk when we planted them. Of course, they've gotten bigger by then. But actually, I should have saved some when I pruned my peach trees. Those would have been good to use. But you can use any stem, that you have. This is bamboo. You can use cinnamon sticks. You can use trees. There was something else. Foliage. Some of the pumpkins that I did a couple of years ago, I bought fall foliage, and you can use that as well and make some really cute pumpkins. This pumpkin, I want to say, let me measure it because I can't remember how tall it was. Yeah, it's 9 by 23. So it's 9 inches tall and it's 23 inches around. So it's a really nice size. I wanted it to be bigger so the kids could hold it without having to worry about it being too big and not too small so that all the faces fit. But I just loved how they turned out. It was so much fun. It was one of those videos where I just kept catching myself wanting to just giggle because it was just so cute. All right, then we also did a video on, I've got glitter all over the place. It's from these spiders. All right, so we also did a video for our this and that video last week where we talked about yarn winders. And are they important? Do you need them? Do you not? And I really, really enjoy the fact that you all comment on those because I know I can learn a lot from you and we can learn a lot from each other. And I really love to hear your opinions. When I do the this and that videos, I do really enjoy hearing your opinions on what we do. Okay? And because everybody has yarn colors, yarn textures, yarn styles, crochet hooks, ways of doing things, and we can learn a lot of those things from each other. I do things what I call old school. I learned how to crochet, oh my goodness, it's been probably, okay, I'm 61, so I started when I was like 13, 14, 15. You do the math. Back then, I learned from library books, and a lot of that, the way they did things back then is not at all how we do things now. And so I do a lot of things the old-fashioned way, which is fine. But, you know, for instance, the way I like to start a circle may be different than the way you do. And that's okay. We can learn from each other. And so I love that. Okay, the other thing we did was yesterday. I just love this. This is another one I did that just made me laugh, 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 and giggle myself. Okay, so you ready? Meet BJ. The Scrappy Cat. Oh, his tail fell. He is so cute and big and chunky. And he's super stuffed and squishy. All right, so this, you know, every month we do a Scrap Happy project, which helps us get rid of yarns that are unused. So what I did is I just grabbed a bunch of Halloween colors. Although my granddaughter told me I should have put some lime green in there. So maybe next time. But I really, really love how he turned out. I love the eyes. And I wanted the eyes to really stand out. And I was afraid, because we're just using the safety eye here. And I think it's a 24 millimeter if I remember. But I was afraid the eye would get lost in all the, in all the different colors. And so we made this little oval thing that looks like the eye and put it right in the center. I just love it. I just think it is so cute. It turned out lovely. And I wasn't planning on putting any kind of a collar or anything, but a couple of people mentioned that his collar looks cute. And it just happened to be that was purple. And then I wanted to add a bow. And so my BJ, the Scrappy Cat, is a gentleman because he has a bow. But you could make yours a young lady too. You could add a bow up here. And you could add other things. You could add a spider or two. You know, it's up to you what you want to do. It's just super fun and it's really easy. It's all double crochet stitches, except for up here we do some different stitches in order to make the height for the ears. You know, and he's just so cute. I love it so much. That's why I said it just makes me laugh because it is so darling. And I kind of like those spiders on his head too. So I think I'm going to leave those there because I'm going to put these all out there together for some of my Halloween decorations because my granddaughters like to come over into our neighborhood and trick or treat. How would I make the ears more pointy? They're pretty pointy. Anyway, my granddaughters like to come over and trick or treat in our neighborhood. And because our neighborhood, they really go all out, okay? And one family, they grill hot dogs and they give a hot dog to everybody that comes by in a bun. And you can put all the toppings, okay? Another house gives out potato chips because it goes with the hot dogs. Okay, another house got and their kids all together in the neighborhood, and they made popcorn balls. And so they were giving out popcorn balls that were homemade, and a whole bunch of things like that. I mean, this neighborhood, they give out full-size candy bars, okay? And I always give out like toys. Last year I gave away a gazillion of those little puppets, you know, the googly eye puppets. And I was looking in Walmart, and I found a bag that has like little those little Rubik's cubes. I found those, and I found some other stuff, and some like noisemakers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just get a bunch of those toys and candy and kind of give them some of each, you know, when they come. Because my grandkids want to come over and they want to hand out the candy. And then they probably all want to eat all of it. So anyway, that's going to be a lot of fun. But they really go all out at Halloween. My neighbor across the street has one of those enormous skeletons. And then she has another one that looks like it's crawling out of the ground. It's so funny. I just love it. And my next door neighbor already has out like some of those tombstones and stuff. It's just fun. And I love that they go all out and decorate. Now, I don't do all of that kind of stuff. Mainly because my husband doesn't want to mow around it. So, anywho, I was going to read it this one. Oh, Cindy, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, go check out Aldi. Tie-dye Dawn. I like that name. So, anywho, as far as trying to make the ears more pointy, I mean, they're pretty pointy, so I don't know. I guess you could do another row and repeat this. This row is what holds the head closed. Right here. Because we do some double crochets. You could do triples maybe. And then, you know, because that's, or maybe make separate ears and hook them on. I thought his ears were pretty pointy myself. So, and the tail is really easy. It's all just single crochets. We attach it back here, and then I do a little like tack as far as like a piece of yarn, just so we don't lose the tail, and then it just sits like that. It's so cute. So cute. I absolutely love the way it turned out, and it's super fun. So they'll be sitting around my living room. So, anywho, your granddaughter will love it, Ellie. I just know it. Mine do. My grandkids love to play with the stuff that I make, and especially if it's something soft they can throw at each other. They just really have a good time, and I'm happy with that. One year on my granddaughter's birthday, I bought some of those balloons that have confetti in them, and I had no idea because I thought, oh, they're big pieces of confetti. And I got them at the Dollar Tree, and I bought like 3 bags of them, and they blew them all up. And they were playing with them in the living room, you know, bouncing them around. And all of a sudden, those balloons start popping. And they're throwing them in the air, and confetti is flying everywhere. And I'm telling you, I'm still vacuuming up confetti. Probably not really, but... But that's the kind of grandma I am. I want them to have fun, and I want them to enjoy themselves and, you know, just have a good time. So anyway, the last thing I want to leave you with, because we're after 11 now, but the last thing I want to leave you with is this. I just really want to thank you for all of you who purchased pens or crochet hooks through the the Sam Jot pens that my son-in-law's friend Buddy makes. I just also wanted to make sure you understand, when you order your crochet hooks, those are made to order. And so they're not pre-made. In other words, he needs to order everything in and make it, and then you'll get it. Unlike the pens where he's had a bunch of them made up and were ordered. But I just wanted to clarify that in case you were wondering. But I just thank you all for all of you that participated in that. It meant so much to them. And you know, and it meant a lot to my granddaughter and my daughter as well, because, you know, they're close to the family. And I just want to thank you, because it just came from your hearts. And the nice thing is you're getting a wonderful pen or crochet hook set, and those are great gifts for Christmas. You could put pins in stockings and things like that. And I would encourage you, if you're going to give those away, make sure you let people know the charity that, and the money, or I should say the money that you spent that went to this particular cause, and what a great cause it was. Okay, or is still. Okay, yeah, and like Betty says, hug your pets, because you never know. You know, it was kind of funny because, you know, I have the two poofs over here. I have a pink and purple one that's Rosie's, and a light blue and dark blue one that's Maximo's. And I just tossed Zoe's, that's my granddaughter, Rosie. I just tossed her poof on top of his, and I put the two blankets that they always laid with over there. And she is on all of it. She is laying across both the poofs and with her head on the blankets. And so, you know, keep her in mind. She's going to miss her brother. But she really is doing really good. She is. And, of course, we're spoiling her. And I'll thank you again for all of you who sent me messages and emails and e-cards and comments and everything like that. It really did mean the world to him. And she does smell her brother. Right? You're right, Betty. She does. And so, you know, we're all going to miss him. It's going to be hard. But we're going to find and take joy in the fact that we had him for a long time. And he was a blessing to our family. My grandkids loved him, and all of us did. He especially loved my grandson, Aiden. Anytime Aiden would come over, he could tell that Aiden was a dog person, and he would just want to sit with Aiden, you know. So anyway, that's all I've got. I know there's a lot of information, a lot of yarn. So if you didn't catch all of it, I'm glad you like them, Sylvia. Yeah. So the pins are amazing. I had to give Callie back her 2 pins. I'm gonna have to order me another one. So anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, if you missed out on some of the information, feel free to watch this later. It's totally fine. A lot of times I go back and watch them, and then I just laugh at myself for the silly things I've said and done. So it's okay if you laugh at me. I have no problem with that whatsoever. All right, so I want to thank all of you for being with me today. Here's a heart to my crochet sisters and brothers, if there's any guys on here today. You're my family, my crochet family, and I love you all. And I appreciate all of you coming and spending this time with me. So I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful week.